Hello and welcome everybody to another Bloomburrow draft. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at Diamond 2. We actually had a very good run yesterday with a very nice Dimir control-ish deck that we drafted. It was really fun. We had some really incredible and close games and we were able to get a trophy. So hoping to go back to back this time around. Just overall things have not been that great. But yesterday, of course, we did get that trophy. So hoping to get it again and move forward with another good draft. Now, before this draft starts, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Check out tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you want to purchase any singles or sealed product, make sure you go to the website, click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, this video is brought to you by heavyplay.com. Go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic Gathering supplies and accessories, deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more. Make sure you check them out. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. So, nice update. I am starting to feel a little bit better. My fever's broken. Headache is mostly gone. But now, and for those of you who enjoy food as much as I do, I can only taste like 50%, 40% of what I'm eating, which is a little bit sad. But hey, at least I'm not just lying on my couch all day immediately after recording one of these videos. All right, ready up. We've been opening a lot of blue rares. Oh, you know, I haven't drafted a good mouse deck in a while. Manifold Mouse is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, this thing is bonkers turn 2 and also just bonkers turn 4. I mean, I'm going to take the Manifold Mouse. Outside of the Manifold Mouse, we have the Heartfire Hero. Not going to table, but if it does, ooh-wee. The other cards to consider here are the Heartfire Hero, Coruscation Mage, Worn Elder, and Baker's Bane Duo. Those are all decent options, but nothing's going to come close to Manifold Mouse. This is one of the best rares in the set. Very good in especially the mouse deck, but of course can just be good in any deck. If you just have a couple of random mice, that works. And this is also just a really, like by itself, it's a good enough card. Here we have a rare missing. And then for uncommon, we have 4 uncommons, 3 of them which are green. So if I were going to take one of the uncommons, it would likely just be the Wondertail Mentor, just because I think it's objectively the best card here of the 3, just on power level, if I do end up in red-green, for example. The Brambleguard Veteran is also fine. As far as red and white cards go, the best card is Crumb and Get It. And I don't know that it's necessarily worth it for me to take a Crumb and Get It second pick here over something that I feel has a little more upside in the Wondertail Mentor, but goes a little bit worse with the first pick Manifold Mouse that we took. But the thing is, I don't want to have my first pick necessarily decide the entire direction of my draft. And like I said, the Manifold Mouse is just good in general. So for that reason, I will take the Wondertail Mentor to see if we can end up in a red-green deck and kind of take things from there. Here we have Overprotect as by far the best card in this pack, I believe. Well, not by far. It's Overprotect and Nocturnal Hunger. Both are good. I do think Overprotect is a better card, but I think it's somewhat close. Outside of that, nothing else really comes close. There's a Crumb and Get It, but I think I will take the Overprotect here over the Nocturnal Hunger. And notably, Overprotect is quite nice with Manifold Mouse because you can give Double Strike and then give +3/+3 and Trample. But we'll happily take the Overprotect here just to see kind of what's available. But we're still kind of in the process of feeling things out. Now we're looking at pack 4, where the best card in the pack by a considerable margin is the Intrepid Rabbit. There's a Splash Slasher here, but I just don't think it goes with what we're really going for right now. Mouse Trapper is just fine, I found in the mouse deck. So I think the Rabbit is better than Mouse Trapper. Might of the Meek is an okay trick, so I will take the Intrepid Rabbit here. It does seem a little bit of a curveball, but I do think it's worth taking and seeing kind of what's available, right? If somehow red-white is where we need to be, then obviously we'll be very happy with the Rabbit, but I'm just trying to take the most powerful cards and trying to read the signals accordingly. Moving on to this pack, Blacksmith's Talent is fantastic. I do think it's enough better than the Sticky Tongue Sentinel, which I only think is really good in the blue-green deck because you have both Pawn Prophet and Sunshower Druid to bounce. So I'm going to take Blacksmith's Talent here and kind of try to figure out what our second color needs to be. Is it going to be green here with the Mentor and the Overprotect, or will it be white because we have something like the Intrepid Rabbit here? Moving on to this pack, it's a pretty weak pack. I'm not a big fan of the Frilled Spark Shooter or the Pileated Provisioner or Teapot Slinger for that matter. There's also a Longstock Brawl here. I could take that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to take the Longstock Brawl here and just kind of see where things go. But I can certainly be convinced to move back in the other direction. I just thought this was the best pack. Here, there's a Shortbow and a Veteran Guard Mouse. There was one in the previous pack, and I guess I have a Blacksmith's Talent, so perhaps it's a Shortbow gets a little bit better, and Veteran Guard Mouse is fairly easy to pick up. So you know what? I'm going to mess around. I like the Guard Mouse too, but I'm going to take the Shortbow here because I have the Blacksmith's Talent, noting that they go pretty well together, and I will try that. And here, because we've been doing a lot of waffling, I think in general I would look to play the Uncharted Haven over Raccoon Rallier, but I think I'm a little bit concerned with the number of playables that I'm going to end up with, so I will take the Rallier here because I don't know if I'm going to be red-green or red-white. And for that reason, I want to take the Rallier. Now we have the choice between Might of the Meek and Shortbow number 2. I think the second Shortbow is probably a bit much. I'm going to take a Might of the Meek here. Sunshower Druid, Steam Path Charger. Okay. Oh, there's also Starforged Sword. Can we go super deep? Sure, let's try it. There's a Crumb and Get It. Okay. I mean, like let's say I get like 2 Blacksmith's Talent. It could be kind of fun to try to do some kind of like crazy equipment deck. I don't know if it's actually going to be good. Perhaps I should have taken the other Shortbow. We have a lot of spells and not a lot of creatures because all of our creatures are the green cards here on the right. Here I'm going to take Flowerfoot Swordmaster, obviously fantastic in the the mouse deck. It didn't look like the mouse deck was super open, but Flowerfoot Swordmaster is very good. No reason to take the Zora line, and nothing great in green outside of the Poly Wallop. There's a Whiskerquill Scribe that I'm hoping to table. That is a Builder's Talent. Man, we're getting really janky here. There's a Builder's Talent. I have 1, 2, 3 things that turn it on. There's also Veteran Guard Mouse. There's also Overprotect. Putting +1/+1 counters on my Valiant cards seems pretty nice. All right, we're gonna have some fun here. We're gonna get a little funky. We'll see what we can pull off here with this combination of cards. I'm still not sure if I'd rather have Might of the Meek or second Shortbow, but this is the world that we live in. There's a Thundertrap Trainer, but I will take Shrike Force here. This is just a really, really solid creature. I'm always a fan of this card. A card like Carrot Cake certainly gets better with a card like Builder's Talent. Here, we are actually lacking interaction, so I will take the Repel Calamity here over the... Well, I guess they're both interaction, but I think Repel Calamity is a little bit better. So let's go ahead and take that. Now, if we don't play the Builder's Talent, like I think I still play the Shortbow, but playing Builder's Talent and then playing Blacksmith's Talent is pretty strong. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's another Builder's Talent. There's a Quick Tusk board too, which is great. It helped me win 2K. I love this card. There's a Darkstar Augur too, but... Hey, this is one of the last drafts of the format. Like, if you can't have a little bit of fun, like, what's the point, right? What is the actual point? So let's go take Builder's Talent number 2 and see where things go. Wow, that's a Scavenger's Talent, but I have no black cards. Scavenger's Talent is amazing, especially with Builder's Talent. There's no red or white cards I want. I will speculate on Scavenger's Talent. I don't know what's happening here. Do I know what's happening here? I'm taking the share pot now. I am taking the share pot now. All right, we are cooking. I will take the 2-drop here in the Worn Elder. Always still a fine card to play. Oh my gosh. Is there a world where we switch to black-white? Like, that seems better for Builder's Talent. I mean, nothing else really to take. I'll take a Glide Dive Duo in case that's what we end up wanting to do. Now there's a Scales of Shale versus a Bonebind Orator. I do like Scales of Shale. Maybe I could have used another 2-drop, so maybe I could have taken Bonebind Orator. Thornplate. I'm getting a bunch of random late black cards. This is the weirdest draft ever. I'm just trying to like... That's a late Bonebind Orator. Is this what we're doing now? What is happening? Is this the world that we live in now? Hey, this is still 14 cards and it doesn't look that bad. Now I'm going to slam Carrot Cake, I think. That's great with Builder's Talent. And I have 2. Maybe table Bandit's Talent or Glide Dive Duo? I don't know, but... All right, let's get another Bumbleflower Sharepot, I guess. That would be nice. Another Quick Tusk board. There's a Storm Chaser's Talent. I guess I'm black-white now. Normally, I would take something like a Mudflat Village, but I am short playable, so I just need to take a creature with a card like Scavenger's Talent. And even Builder's Talent to some degree. A little bit of Self-Mill isn't bad, and I need a 3-drop, so I'll just take Daggerfang Duo to go into my deck. We're just filling out our mana curve now. And that is a 3rd pick Castrol? We don't really have mana fixing for it, though. But there's literally no black... There's double Alania's Pathmaker. There's no black or white cards here for us. There's a Pawn Prophet into the Floodmaw. I guess I'll take this Castrol. I don't really have birds. I have this. I'll take this. If I do end up with like a bunch of bells and stuff and it works out, then I guess that ends up being pretty good. Now we see an Emberheart Challenger late, but I think we are firmly in the Builder's Talent camp now to try to make this all work. Although, man, we are giving up on Manifold Mouse. Like, I don't know what's happening here. I really don't. Oh, man. This is great, though. This is great. I will take, you know what? There's a bunch of good creatures here and things to go for. I'm going to take the Bell. It's good with Builder's Talent. I will take Feather of Flight. It's good with Builder's Talent. I'm just taking all cards good with Builder's Talent. And it gives me the off chance of being able to splash the Castrol, which I do think is a stronger splash than the Manifold Mouse. So now we're going to be we're like a black-white deck. I guess I'll take Waxwing Witness. Sadly, it is not a bird. All right, I'll take another Sharepot. That would be nice. There's a Stargaze, but I will take another Bell for my deck. Double Bell, double Talent. We are really trying to go off here. We'll take another Sharepot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that turn it on. That's a late Glide Dive Duo. Cash Grab. That's also a late Cash Grab, but I do like me a Glide Dive Duo. There's a Starlit Soothsayer, which doesn't seem especially good, but I'll take it as a 3-mana card. And yeah, I mean, I guess red definitely was the color we needed to be in, given how late Quake Test Boar is out of this pack, but it is what it is. Yeah, we're not tabling anything. That's unfortunate. Oh, I'll take the crumb and get it. I'll take the crumb and get it. Okay, so we're a little bit short on some playables, but hey, you have to respect at least trying to do some jank with not much time left in Bloomburrow. So this is what I'm going with. Actually, I lied. You don't have to respect this at all. This is kind of a disaster. But I will try my best. I will try my best. How did this War Squeak get in here? So I don't have any life gain themes, so I don't really want that. The Ravine Raider doesn't seem particularly good either. Flowerfoot Swordmaster can be interesting. I mean, it's not particularly good, but it's 2 creatures. I can play 1 island for Castrol. The thing is, this card is just good by itself. And I can play like 15 lands here with the double Fountain Port Bell. So it's probably like 7/7/1. Yeah, that seems fine. So I still need to find 2 more cards to play. All right. Are you a black card or a white card? I guess I just need to find some ways to get creatures in my deck. So it's not great, but I'll just play this Waxwing Witness, and I really don't have ways to gain too much life. So I don't think this Starlit Suit. I think this Ravine Raider is likely going to be better in a lot of instances. So, all right. We're going to give this a try. Is it a brew? Yes. Is this the proper way to draft this format? No. If I'm playing for $2,000, should I draft this way? No. But if you want to have a little fun at the end of the season and see if you can have some fun with a bunch of Builder's talent and the Scavenger's talent that you got late and pivot into black halfway through pack 2, absolutely. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say, if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord along with a variety of other benefits, so make sure you check that out. All right, I'm on the play. I will keep this. We got a bell here. Gonna go get a plains with the bell. I mean, as much as I want to get an island for the Castrol, like, I have to turn to Builder's Talent, right? Oh, I didn't even know Psychic World made its way into my deck. Aha. Right, did not find a land, so we'll crack the bell for a land. Okay, we did find a land, which is good. I will tick up Builder's Talent. And then we'll play a land and pass. Well, we're playing against a lizard deck, and you know how I feel about playing against lizard decks. We never beat them, so. Alright, gonna go Waxwing Witness here, over to Daggerfang Duo. Harder for them to have a way to kill this at instant speed. I was thinking Saver, but Nocturnal Hunger obviously does kill it, yes. Alright, I kind of want to hold off on the Castrol. I'm gonna wait on that. I just think I want it to be like my last threat. They have 6 cards in hand, so it's very, and they just fired off that Nocturnal Hunger. So I just feel like they have a lot of ways to be able to kill this. So gonna just kind of hold off on it for now. Look, yeah, they're just on infinite removal. We did hit a Carrot Cake though, which is awesome because Builder's Talent going to take level 5 to get back Carrot Cake is very strong. All right, they did just slam a Quake Tusk Boar, so that totally changes what I should be looking to do here. Like, if I Builder's Talent and Carrot Cake, I can turn this into a 1/5. It's not quite enough to deal with Quake Tusk Boar. Do I have a bird card? No. Alright, I guess I have to... Given that they played Quake Tusk Boar, I have to play the Castrol and hope they don't have a removal spell. The thought process here is if they have a removal spell, they're going to cast it anyways. Oh, they do. Oh, well. Them's the beats. Ooh, Bumbleflower Sharepot. That is nice. That is definitely nice. All right, let's go ahead and Mind Rot them. That was super nice. I get a 2/6 here. And the Sharepot can just kill the Quake Tusk Boar, and I can bring the Sharepot back, so. How did I only see... The only time I saw one that I wanted after like halfway through pack 2 was like the one that had 2 of them in it. All right. That was a good turn. We Mind Rotted them, and we made a 2/6 wall to hopefully block the Quake Tusk Boar. They discarded Agate Assault too, because that could have been used to kill my Bumbleflower Sharepot. And now I can block the Boar. If they have a combat trick, I can still just kill it. Let's see what they do. Oh, Sinister Monolith is annoying. Oh, they have nothing! They probably... Oh, maybe they have something? I don't know. This would be a nonsensical attack if they had nothing. Like... I guess they're gonna hope to draw something to kill my creature. I guess I can't really attack him back anyways, so... Let's just get that out of the way. They don't even have the mana to cast Scales of Shale because it's a Mudflat village. I want to play another creature before going to level 3 with my Builder's Talent. So I'm going to go Glide Dive Duo here first, then get back to Sharepot maybe. Alright, Frilled Spark Shooter, that is pretty... Oh my gosh, that's a Scavenger's Talent. That is pretty good. I think I should still play Glide Dive Duo. But things are starting to look interesting here. Next turn we can... we have a couple of options. A couple of pretty strong options. I would like to get the Scavenger's Talent down. I guess if they attack, I should just double block anyways. I'm just gonna have the ultimate wall in play. Oh, okay. Roughshod Duo is attacking into my 2/6 wall? Okay. Yeah, these, I do not recommend these, whatever maneuvers my opponent's on right now. Alrighty. Here's my question. What's better, the Sharepot or the Carrot Cake? I mean, arguably it's the... I mean, the Sharepot is so good though, it just kills two things. Or it just kills a thing that I'm gonna need, that I want to deal with. And it distributes two counters. So like having this be one bigger, and having this be, sure, one bigger seems nice. And do I want to attack? No. Sinister Monolith. Yeah, that deck has a lot of reach, so I have to be very careful. They're gonna probably pop this? No? Okay. I can just kill this, can't I? So many different things I can do here. I can sack 3 things and return a creature for my... I don't have any good creatures in my graveyard, that's the problem. Like, I'm tempted to try to use the Scales of Shale, but... I'm just gonna cast Intrepid Rabbit this turn, I think. And keep up my combat tricks. And the ability to sack food to gain life. And then now I'm gonna start attacking. I should be pretty safe, given that I have the food that I can sack. But yep, this was definitely a Builder's Talent game. Also, our opponent has like it's more like a Rakdos mid-range controlling deck instead of a beatdown deck. I always lose to the Rakdos beatdown deck. But this deck I can beat, I think. Maybe I didn't need to put an extra counter on this. I could have made a 6/6 Glide Dive Duo. Teapot Slinger. Okay. I guess that's not a terrible card to kill. And I will sack a food here, I believe. Unless they use a removal spell right now. Okay. Let's go up to 9. I mean, I have like an infinite combat tricks. How do I want to go about this? I'm going to just attack with these 2 creatures and see what they do. What can they have for 1 black? Oh. Scales of Shale. Do I have to use my own Scales of Shale now? That's kind of annoying. They gain 1,000,000 life. I get a food out of this and then I get to pump something else. Because it just allows me to gain a bunch of life too. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my bunny alive. Mostly, it's kind of mostly just to keep my life total pretty high. And then it just makes it really hard for them to kill me with just damage. Well, I used both my tricks, so that was really bad. So I'm going to have to lean pretty heavily on my talents. So maybe that was bad. I still have a share pot available. And I still have a 3/7 wall. So it's still going to be pretty hard for them to attack me. But we're definitely getting to the point where I'm just going to start milling them with Scavenger's Talent. And that should just close things out. Okay, let's not get too crazy here. I am going to just attack with my flyer. Oh, they have another Scales of Shale? Sure. Oh, no? Okay. Alright, let's start sacking things. What do I want to get back? Waxwing Witness seems pretty good. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's get Waxwing Witness back. Let's mill them. I'm not too concerned about, like, oh, I guess they have, never mind, I just gave them a bunch of food, but, oh well. Okay. They have 10 cards left in their deck, so. Quick Tusk board doesn't really do anything because I have a 3/7. What should I get back? I could get back Daggerfang Duo just because it self-mills. Obviously Glide Dive Duo is also really good. It's probably just Glide Dive Duo, to be honest. I mean, can we just mill them out? Yeah, because we can sack the creatures and then sack the food and then sack the share pot. So I think they're just dead. Unless they play a Barkform Harvester this turn. Or an Early Winter on my Scavengers. No, Early Winter, is it Sacrifice? Let me see. Target opponent exiles an opponent enchantment they control. So I can exile the Builder's Talent. Oh, never mind. The Waxwing Witness doesn't work because it has a finality counter on it. Okay. Sacrifice a non-land permanent. Well, that'll get me a food. Oh, and I'll just sack the rabbit. I'll just sack the rabbit. Yeah, I'm just gonna mail them out. So I can sack 1, 2, 3 permanents, and then they just die. Or it doesn't really matter which permanents I sack. Boom! Scavenger's Talent. All right. They fought till the bitter end. Boom. What a satisfying victory. Let's keep it going. I don't mind if every game is like that. I signed up for this. I signed up for this. Alrighty. Up a game. Sorry, 1-0. Got a lot more Magic to play. I am on the play. 3 Swamps of Plains, Intrepid Rabbit. Not great, but I'll keep it. Got a lot of expensive cards. Drew the Castrol, so if I find my Bell, I think I will use it to get an island. I don't think I'm going to play a naked Intrepid Rabbit on turn 3 against a blue-red deck with open mana. I think most likely here I'm going to go turn 4 Thornplate Intimidator into the Rabbit. All right, here. They have some kind of counterspell, maybe. Maybe not. The trash is being taken out. Guess they just don't have creatures in their deck. Oh, there's Tempest Angler. That's really annoying. I don't know. Do I have a lot of removal spells in my deck? Repel Calamity, I guess. They went and got a land though. I mean, we can just try to race this too, but a lot of it just depends on what they have. Tempest Angler can't snowball, obviously. It's literally what the card does. But we will, like, if I draw Plains, that's also not bad because I get to use Crumb and get it. So they didn't have a spell to play. Mind Drill Assailant, okay. Alright, looks like it's a bit of a racing situation, but I'm just going to go run out all my Glide Dive duos here. My opponent's already at 10 life. If I draw Plains and they don't kill my duos, that's just the game because I can hit them for 10 with the Rabbit plus Crumb and get it. And given that I'm at 21 life, I'm not too concerned about my life total, but yeah. Not surprising that they did have a removal spell for Glide Dive Duo. Let's hope they don't have a way to kill my other one. That would be absurd and unfair. You are absurd and unfair, Odom. Absurd and unfair. Just not having that extra white source. Even if I play the Rabbit, right? It's just like, I can't... Not much I can do. Oh well. Alright, anyways. Gonna play Intrepid Rabbit here. Maybe I should have played the Share Pot. But this felt like a better use of my mana. Might of the Meek. Oh no, do they have like Sazakap's Brew? Am I dead? Like Sazakap's Brew at Threshold? A third take out the trash? Okay. This is a raccoon? Wait. No, they don't have a raccoon. Shore up. That's lethal. Wow. Well, I mean, the blue-red deck can just combo you out like that. They had all the cheap interaction. They drew triple take out the trash and a negative assault. Like, yeah. With me not having a removal spell and they had the protection spell for their creature, it's going to be pretty hard to beat that. Because we're not the most aggressive deck. All right, on the play here. Ooh. Keeping this. I can probably hold off on the bell. I want to get value because I have the builder's talent, but that could be wrong. I mean, what if I would like to just naturally draw land next turn? Dowerport Mage is exactly the type of card I don't want to see. Yeah, that's super. Ugh. That's. I guess I just don't have enough removal in my deck. That's kind of the big takeaway from this. Okay, maybe that was greedy. Maybe I should just play the bell. I'm not going to put a counter on the wall here. I just need to hit my land drop. I mean, I had two draws at a land, which is why I kind of held on to it, just to try to get a little more value with Builder's Talent. Please don't counter it. All right. Don't really have anything to do with the Builder's Talent just yet. What do they have? So odd. It could be a Spell Gyre, I guess. All right, let's try to play a Worn Elder. Feels like a Spell Gyre. Oh, it's a Valley Flood Caller. Okay. Oh, into a Longstock Brawl. Sure. Okay. Okay, Tree Guard Duo. Okay. I don't care about the rat with the mouse. I'll take 6 less damage. Thank you very much. Wow. Okay, this is tough. Kind of feel like I should have gotten a Plains. I've been really bottlenecked on white mana. Valley Flood Caller is kind of a problem. My plan here, they have the Dowerport Mage though too. It's so annoying. We'll see what they do. I mean, I can just block my 0-4 wall and hope whatever spell they cast is a big spell. I can kill the Dowerport Mage. Whoa. Let me think about this. I can cast Crumb and get it. Maybe that's better. Maybe something like this. No. No, that's not good. Let's just do that. Because if they have any spell, then it just does not work very well for me. Because my creature becomes a 4/4, and then they turn that into a 5/5. My hand is so freaking awkward. Oh, their hand is ridiculous. They discarded Kidnap and Sticky Tongue Sentinel. Oh, we just have the one thing that we need to deal with. I don't know. Like, killing the Dowerport Mage also seems pretty important. Because they can just draw a card every turn. Okay, so they're drawing a million cards. Are we ever gonna draw more than 3 lands? Oh. Season of Weaving. Yikes. Okay. Daggerfang Duo is a nice one for sure. Gossip's Talent. Oh man, they are just truly going off here. I mean, they have like all the signposts, uncommons, rares. They have a mythic, rare. It's gonna be hard. Sky Skipper Duo. Blink, draw card. How did that get a counter? Oh, treat. Why are you okay? Yeah, this is gonna be tough, definitely. But we need to try our best here, right? So that's an okay trade. But for them, it's an okay trade too, just because they have so many more resources than we do. Man, Scavenger's Talent would be so absurd. But yeah, Dowerport Mage, Sunshower Druid, Daring White. They're getting so much value. This is pretty insane. Okay. How dare my opponent pull off cooler things than me? How dare they? All right, I've had enough. I mean, they literally had just like a blue-green combo deck, and it was a glorious thing to behold. I think several things there. Not getting the planes immediately was a problematic. Also, I think it may have been correct to just get a plane. So I think if I go turn 1 Fountain Port Bell into planes, I have a better shot. Not sure if I win, but I have a better shot. All right, on the play here. Drew the 1 island. I guess I'll keep. I have 2 lands and a bunch of relatively cheap cards. I'm going to wait till turn 3 for the Swordmaster. Hired Claw. This card is absurd. You can't even block it with a bear. It's just like, it's a 2/3. Turn 1 Hired Call, turn 2 Flame Cash Gecko. That's the world we live in. Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my. Gonna run out this Worn Elder and hope to draw some stuff to go with the Builder's Talent. Gonna take a lot of chip damage here from the Higher Claw plus Agate Blade Assassin. Looks like they're looking for lands, maybe? They might just main phase Gecko. We're also looking for a black source, so... Alright, they found a land, and we drew another black card. I guess I'll play a Flowerfoot Swordmaster, make a token, and pass. They don't really have great attacks here with the Agate Blade Assassin anymore, because I can double block with Worn Elder plus the Swordmaster. Alright, so it looks like both of us are struggling a little bit. The Agate Blade Assassin attack is terrible. Don't do it. Alright, I drew the Swamp. That is big. Although I don't have any way to turn on the Builder's Talent. Psychic Whirl right now seems pretty mediocre. So I guess Bonebind Order is a decent option here with Repel Calamity up. Granted, Repel Calamity is just not going to hit anything anytime soon. Oh my gosh. What is it, like a Scales of Shale? Like, I don't even... Like, what is this? Scales of Shale makes it a... Yeah, whatever. Sure. Joke's on you, my hand's not very good. Interesting that they threw away their Agate Blade Assassin. Just, I mean, I guess it's fine. Should I start beating down? I don't know if attacking with this does much right now. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have targeted this. I should have targeted this Swordmaster. Oh well. The thing is, because I have Warren Elder available, like, I want to be able to make much better attacks with the Warren Elder. Glide Dive Duo, sure. Scales of Shale, wow. That was a good draw. All right, let's see what they got. Wow. That is an interesting... Those are interesting blocks. So I'll kill the Higher Claw and the Flame Cash Gecko, I guess, and just pump with the Warren Elder. Okay. Seems like a decent exchange for us. Like, I would love if they just cast Ruthless Negotiation here. Oh. Did they have a land this turn too? We'll see. Okay. Hopefully, I mean, the Scales of Shale is going to help with the race situation. I hope. Thoughtstalker Warlock is kind of annoying. So let's see, I can go... If they don't block my mice... Sure. Okay, did they die? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? So 11, 12, 13... All right. Flowerfoot Swordmaster for the win. Just combat. Just combat things. Okay. Well, at least we got 2 wins with this. I know it's a bit of a mess because we had to make such a late pivot, but like I said before, trying to have some fun with this. All right, this time, I mean, 2 planes and a Fountain Port Bell. Some black and white cards, certainly keeping. Gonna go get the swamp here with the bell. A Builder's Talent off the top would be really nice. Like, I wouldn't mind a Builder's Talent off the top. Wink, wink, deck. Of course, after the swamp. Wink, wink. Whoa. No play from them. Interesting. How do I want to go about this? I think I want to bell for an island here. They didn't have land number 3, so that's very good for us. The question is whether or not I want to crack this bell. I do have this Scavenger's Talent, which can allow me to mill my opponent if I level it up. So that's one reason to hold them, but I think I'm going to just sack them. I want to just be able to find multiple lands so I can go Waxwing Witness into Glide Dive Duo and like not mess around too much. So let's just do that for now. All right, green-white with no rabbits so far, but green-white's always very scary to play against. This spell we're going to hold off on until we can pick this up. Seed Pod Squire, okay. Don't attack me. Like, I know it's free, but it's not free. I just block. Unless you attack me with the Sticky Tongue Sentinel as well. Okay, that's reasonable. But you're getting, yeah. Yeah. You can attack me with both. But don't just attack with the Boxer. You'd be embarrassing yourself. Actually, this is also pretty bad. Wow, it's almost like I talked my opponent into attacking. Trading my Bonebind Order to get a food and killing their Sticky Tongue seems pretty good. But Seedpot Squire is obviously pretty solid. Shrike Force now. I don't think they're interested in attacking me. Let's see. I mean, I'm happy to just continue jamming here, so. The thing is, if I run out of things to do, I can just start taking up Scavenger's Talent, right? So. Like, I get another food. I'm going to hold off on the bell until I can level this up. In fact, next turn, it probably just makes a lot of sense to level this up twice. Although, I guess I don't have 3 things to sacrifice. So maybe I should just sack the bell. Like, maybe, am I putting too much value in, like, the mill aspect of it all? Bumbleflower Sharepot, huh? Also, I mean, honestly, it's probably better to turn, instead of using this bell for a card, to turn that into just a Glide Dive Duo, but I'll just wait. Oh, Scales of Shale. Well, it looks like I'm still going to do nothing. Keeping my Glide Dive Duo alive here seems quite nice. I get to get in for a bunch of damage, and then I can use the Bonebind Order to get back my Glide Dive Duo, and that's kind of my plan. There are 3 cards left. I'm still not going for the Psychic Whirl. They just have stuff to do with their mana. Like, this card's just not very good. I'm just playing it as pure filler. But, you know, if I make them discard their hand, they can still use the Sharepot to kill my big creature. So, for that reason, I'm just doing anything else, really. Alright, Sonar Strike. Yep. It's going to give me another food. Seems like it would have been better to use the Bumbleflower Sharepot there, but... I mean, now that they have exactly 2 cards, like, do I want a Psychic Whirl? Like, it's pretty tempting. Alright. Alright. I bite. Maybe they have another Sonar Strike. Who knows? Galewind Moose and Worn Elder. Whoo, we got the Moose! Alright. They gave up. Okay, at least we're gonna win half our matches. It was a little bit of a rough start, but we're gonna win half of our matches, at least. Alright, opponent on the play, we have 3 Plains, Builder's Talent. Man, the Psychic Whirl, we draw it like every game. I got to turn 2 Builder's Talent. Like, I'm obligated to keep. I'll draw one of my 2 bells. It's fine. Or a swamp. Look, see? My 0-4. No, I don't want to draw one of my, like, 3 planes left in my deck, please. Please and thank you. Give me a carrot cake, a fountain port bell, a swamp. Oh, the old double persistent Marstalker draw? I should have played around that. Yeah, okay. Okay, you know, Arena, you funny. No, I'm not gonna take any, I'm not gonna block. Okay, well this, granted my hand sucks, so. Yeah. Well, you know, we tried to build our own adventure, right? We tried to build our own adventure, but did not quite get there. Like, does the swamp even do anything here? Like, of course we draw the swamp now, but I don't think that it does enough. If they have a removal spell, I'm just dead. Yeah. What a like they just Marstalker, Warlock, GG's. I mean, you know, obviously like they mulliganed, and I thought I'd be okay, and I had the builder's talent. So, hey, I tried to, you know, I went a little too deep. Should I have just been maybe a red-white mouse deck? Was red open? Yeah, but we're not really playing for anything, folks. We're trying to have a good time, and I felt like double, you know, fountain port bells and bumbleflower share pots and carrot cakes and builder's talents and scavenger's talents. That's kind of what I decided I wanted to do. That's what I did today. Did it work perfectly? No. Mostly because the pivot was quite late. Since the pivot was quite late, I just think we didn't end up with all the pieces that we needed. And I thought the last pack would go better than it did, but it did not. And certainly maybe staying just a straight red-white proactive manifold mouse deck would have been better. In fact, it 100% would have been better. But I definitely swayed. Now, this is, again, the complete opposite of the type of drafting that I generally preach. Here, I generally preach being consistent, knowing your lane, and drafting a good mana curve with good interaction and good tricks for your proactive decks. However, this is an exception, right? We are now 1 week out from Duskmourne coming out. Everybody's played all the Bloomburrow that they wanted. Everybody's cast a bunch of hop tuits and beaten people down with squirrels and rabbits and what have you. So right now, I'm just trying to give you a slightly different draft experience as we transition over into Duskmourne in the following week. So if I have the opportunity to do something a little wacky, a little wonky, I'm going to go for it here. And that's what I went for here. But of course, we ended up coming up a little short. But it was a little bit of fun, at least. Or at least I'd like to think so. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Check out tcgplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to make any purchases, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering accessories and supplies. If you want deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, check them out. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.